Hello everyone, Tom here. Today I'm going to be walking you through why the customer lifetime value is one of the most important metrics in e-commerce. So in e-commerce, the LCV is the value that a customer will contribute to your company over their entire lifetime, usually between a 12 to 24 months period. And essentially it is the amount of money that they will spend on your product and service after expenses of acquiring them as a customer. Now, Shopify quotes that not all customers are created equally, and in fact, the top 1% of e-commerce customers are worth up to 18 times more than the average customers. So the key metrics to know before you can calculate the CLV is: one is calculate the average purchase value, two is calculate the average purchase frequency rate, number three is calculate the customer value, and four is calculate the average customer lifespan. And this will give you your CLV. Now, here's just a quick example from Kissmetrics on a customer lifetime and its net profit contributions of a customer to your company over time. So with a lifetime value of different customers, you're going to have a non-profitable customers who might come to your store once every 12 to 24 months. You might have other customers who spend X amount and they come to your store frequently. And then you've got your really profitable customers who might order a large amount from you every time and frequently as well. So when most people are running e-commerce advertising campaigns, they're normally looking at ROAS, which is a return of ad spend, and it's mostly commonly used to see the profitability metric in your e-commerce campaign. It's normally to see how much money you're getting back for every dollar that you're spending on advertising. Now, this is a great metric to look at from a surface level, but it doesn't really tell you much about the customer lifetime value. So one campaign might actually be producing a really low ROAS, but you actually are having a very high lifetime value because you're using other forms of channels to bring that customer back to your website. So sometimes it's not always the best thing to look at ROAS when you're running a campaign, just because you might actually have a great lifetime value of a customer, and this campaign is actually helping you to increase that lifetime value. So one of the most important things you need to be looking at is the CLV, also known as LTV. So the customer lifetime value provides a much bigger picture, and it looks at the value of each customer, and it sheds more of a light on the real effect of your campaign, and you have a much better understanding of what is happening. Just because you understand how often the average transaction price, you understand how often that person is coming back to your website to purchase from you again, and it's showing you how many years they are staying with your brand to purchase from you. Now, I'm going to quickly show you an example of a lifetime value case study of Starbucks. As you can see here, this is the average cost it's costing Starbucks for this customer. This next is saying how often these average customers come in per week, and it's also saying how much this customer is spending per week. There is different calculations you can do for lifetime value, and you can see them here. You've got the different metrics and calculations, which I'll add a link below in the comment section, in the description, sorry. But as you can see here, this gives Starbucks 3 different lifetime value of a customer. Now, what they can do is they can take the average from there and see that average in a 20-year period, because this is 20-year period, a average customer is worth 14,000 to Starbucks. So what they need to do is make sure when they're running a campaign is to make sure that they spend less than the $14,000 to acquire that customer and keep them coming into their store. And this gives you a bit more of a breakdown of on why it's really important to be focusing on your good customers rather than the non-profitable one like the graph showed you earlier on. So you might be wondering, how can I increase the lifetime value of my customers then? Well, the key part of increasing your lifetime value is encouraging your customers to spend more on each order and boosting your overall average order. Now, you can do this by different metrics. You can do this by comparison, pricing, and help them making decisions for the customers to come choose you. You can do social proof. Social proof is a great way to really create more sales, because people want to see how it's worked for someone else and how good your product is. So this is something that's worth looking into. Scarcity as well is a great way to get people to purchase from you, but please make it legitimate, and there's no point saying it's to run out in two minutes time when it's not. Free shipping, this is a great way to get people to purchase from you. One-click upsells is a major must. This will help you to quickly add on other upsells on the products. You can do tripwise, you might do tripwise, and you can do downsells as well. Now you might be wondering, how can you get your customers coming back more often to purchase from you to increase the lifetime value of that customer? Let's say you're using an advertising campaign to acquire new customers. Now you have different options, things that you can do. One of the things is actually when you send out the package to customer is really turn it into an event, make it really worthwhile, add leaflets, where it came from, the footprint, have coupon codes in there, make it really worthwhile so someone purchases from you, they want to purchase from you again. Next is newsletters are your secret weapons. This is like email marketing and sending newsletters regularly. When someone's purchased from you, you really want to be sending them an email, telling them what's going to happen, when the product's going to receive, how long it's going to be, and if they like it, to leave a review. Then you can also carry on sending them emails down the line. And if they come back to your store again, you might want to send them an email and say, here's 10% off your next time you purchase from us. This gives that value to that customer to come back to your store again and again and again and keep purchase from you. Lastly, the next one is to engage with your fans on social media. So if anyone posts your product or tags you or etc., to really comment on them and be friendly and say thank you and really make it worthwhile. Another plan you can do is do a loyalty plan to keep your customers around. So let's say you can't offer free shipping for whatever reason, you can maybe offer a subscription loyalty program for your customers to join into to get free shipping plus free bonuses every time they order. Another thing you could do is consider using subscriptions to hook your customers in. And then lastly, remarketing. This is a paid form, but it's going to be much cheaper just because you've already acquired this customer, they've already been to your website, you already have the email list, etc. And you can acquire them at a much cheaper rate, and while also having them to purchase from you for more often. Now that's pretty much why you need to be focusing on the lifetime value of customer and trying to be working out how much on where your profitable customers are and how much they are worth to your business. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.